internal carotid artery,
हाँ,
interior cerebellar artery, medial frontobasal branch of anterior cerebellar artery, polar frontal branch of anterior cerebellar artery, chalazomarginal branch of anterior cerebral artery, paracentral branch of anterior cerebral artery, pericallosal continuation of anterior cerebral artery, posteriorly precuneal branch of anterior cerebral artery, precuneal branch of anterior cerebral artery, anterior cerebral artery, medial frontobasal branch of anterior cerebral artery, polar frontal branch of anterior cerebral artery, chalazomarginal branch of anterior cerebral artery, paracentral branch of anterior cerebral artery, pericallosal artery, continuation of anterior cerebral artery, or precuneal branch of anterior cerebral artery. Middle cerebral artery, internal carotid artery, middle cerebral artery. Lateral frontobasal branch of middle cerebral artery, lateral frontobasal branch of middle cerebral artery, prefrontal artery of middle cerebral artery, central and precentral branch of middle cerebral artery, anterior parietal artery, a branch of middle cerebral artery, posterior parietal artery, a branch of middle cerebral artery, or angular branch of middle cerebral artery. Anterior temporal branch of middle cerebral artery, middle branch of middle cerebral artery, posterior temporal branch of middle cerebral artery. Posterior cerebral artery, posterior cerebral artery, anterior temporal branch of posterior cerebral artery, posterior temporal branch of
أنا أخبرنا ده
posterior cerebral artery,
غرق فيها
or frontobasal medial occipital branch of posterior cerebral artery. Occipitotemporal branch of parieto-occipital branch of posterior cerebral artery, or calcarine branch of posterior cerebral artery. Lenticulo-striate branches of middle cerebral artery. Internal cerebral vein, anterior branch to anterior vein of septum pellucidum, posterior tributary of septum pellucidum, or thalamostriate vein, superior thalamostriate veins. Superior cerebellar artery, anterior inferior cerebellar artery, posterior inferior cerebellar artery.